Man, this Patriots team is it's becoming a problem in the AFC. I don't care what you guys want to say about the competition they're facing or whatever. I don't really care. The Patriots are becoming a issue in the AFC. The number one thing you want to be in this league is consistent. You don't have to be elite every single game. Your team doesn't have to be elite against every single opponent. But if you can play consistent quality football, you will be a team that can not only make the playoffs, but you'll have a chance to go the distance in the postseason and potentially go on the run. That's what I'm seeing with this Patriots team right now. They're not playing the greatest of football. It's not like they have an elite quarterback or anything. It's not like their defense is straight up locked down. No. They're a solid football team that plays quality football offensively, defensively, and when it comes to special teams. They don't make a lot of mistakes. They don't. Now, of course, they make mistakes here and there. They got a rookie quarterback in Mac Jones. But this Patriots team plays quality football on all phases of the game. And because of that, they continue to win. Today, they just destroyed this Tennessee Titans. Beat them 36-13. It wasn't a competition in the second half because they just kept moving forward. It was a close game for the most part. It was a close game, but in that second half, the Patriots continued to play quality football, and the Titans could not keep up, and the Patriots were able to separate themselves from the Titans and ultimately get this dominating victory. Right now at 8-4, they're still first place in the AFC East, and they're second place right now in the AFC. Look out for the Patriots. I try to tell you guys this. Look out for the Patriots. I don't care that they're not an elite team because they don't have an elite offense or an elite quarterback. I don't care if they're not a top 5 defense. They play quality football on all phases of the game, and they are consistent. That will take you far in this league. That can get you a playoff spot. And in this case, that might be enough to win them the division with the way the Bills have been inconsistent. So the Patriots right now, you got to worry. You got to worry if you're in the AFC because this team, they just play quality football and they're consistent. They're not going to beat themselves up. So if they get into the postseason, they're going to be a dangerous out. They're going to be a dangerous out. I would not want to face off against this Patriots team because Bill Belichick, once again, has his team prepared to play and win football games. And you're seeing it. You know, everyone was getting on this case last year about the whole situation, but it was clear they were just trying to get themselves situated and figure out this whole situation. Everyone wasn't really healthy last year, and they were figuring out that whole mess that was that whole situation with Cam and stuff. This year, you get yourself a rookie quarterback. Everyone comes back healthy. You got an extra year to work with these guys. And look, Bill Belichick's got his team competing again. Watch out. I try to tell you this. Watch out. Mac Jones had over 300 yards today and 2 touchdowns. Yes, I know he's not really throwing the ball down the field. It's not like he's making amazing throws and these talented throws, but he's doing what we saw, a lot of veteran quarterbacks do. He's managing the game. He's taking what the defense gives him. These short underneath passes that are going the distance. He's not trying to force anything downfield. A lot of young quarterbacks try to do that. He's not doing that. Bill Belichick is coaching this man and telling him, listen, you're not going to force stuff down the field. Take what the defense gives you. Slowly work yourself there. Obviously, a young quarterback, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to try to take shots occasionally. And that's what we want you to do in this offense. Occasionally take shots. But take what the defense gives you. Take the short underneath. We'll slowly start to burn down their defense. And eventually, we'll open up opportunities where we can make big plays down the field. And that's how the Patriots have been playing over the last several weeks. That's why they're 8-4. That and the fact that their defense is playing great. They're playing great. They're getting a lot of pressure on the quarterback. They're not making too many mistakes. They're forcing turnovers. They're doing what they need to do. They're a complete team, man. They are a complete team that is playing consistent. And I'm telling you, you have to be careful of the New England Patriots. Great win for them. They continue to roll. And I'm telling you, everyone else in the AFC, watch out for this team. Because a team that can play consistent and quality football in all phases, that's a dangerous team to face up against in the postseason. Moving on to the Titans. This is what I feared. I said I do not trust the Titans without Derrick Henry. Now, here's the sad part. They had 2 runners over 100 yards rushing in this game. So running the football wasn't the problem. They were able to run the football. Hell, they scored with these guys. The problem was, one, their defense couldn't make stops down the stretch in the second half, and two, Ryan Tannehill is just not playing good football at all. I mean, he's just not playing good football at all. He was awful in this game. He was awful. If I had to pull this up real quick, because I want to show you this. Ryan Tannehill, 11 of 21, 93 passing yards, a touchdown and a pick. I mean, he did nothing. You have two runners over 100 yards rushing, and you can't get anything done in the pass game to help them out? My God. It's like you can just tell at this point. Derrick Henry was literally covering up for everything. Either Ryan Tannehill was just riding the coattails of being on the new team and finally being free to play, and it was working out for those 2 seasons, or Derrick Henry was making up for everything and Ryan Tannehill was just showing. Yes, Titans fans, we understand. You have a lot of injuries. A lot of injuries. Join the club. How many AFC teams are injured? Go look at the AFC North. The only team that's pretty much mostly healthy is Cincinnati. At this point, injuries are rough, but you got to find ways to win, man. You got to find some way on offense. You can't be like this. When you get over 200 yards rushing, your passing game has to do something. I understand the team's injured, but the passing game's got to do something. 93 passing yards from Tannehill, that is unacceptable. You're not going to win like that. This is what I feared about the Titans. I feared that they would not get anything going consistently offensively without Derrick Henry. And it seems like Derrick Henry was a big part in just opening up the field for these receivers and allowing Ryan Tannehill to utilize and capitalize on that. So it's rough. It's rough because the running game was great today. You got the same type of production you would get from Derrick Henry normally. You got that in the running game today. But maybe because just Derrick Henry is such a threat that they have to focus in on him, it just makes everyone else's job easier. That's why people were advocating that Derrick Henry should be MVP. Not only that, but that's why everyone was saying Derrick Henry was the main reason Ryan Tannehill even looks good. And, of course, it's only been a couple games, and the team is injured, so I'm not going to completely say that. But Ryan Tannehill can't keep playing like this. He can't keep playing like this. The Titans are going to slowly fall out if they keep playing like this. I'm not going to say they're going to miss the playoffs, but they might lose this division if they keep playing like this. Luckily for them, the Colts blew it against the Bucs, so the Colts are not right behind them. Because had the Colts won, they would have been 7-5, and the Titans would be 8-4. They're right there. But you got a break. Colts lost that game. You lost here. You're still in the same position. You still control your own destiny. So the Titans got to figure something out because the Colts are on the way and they're slowly getting in that vicinity of challenging you guys for the AFC South. Figure something out. As for the Patriots, keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep being consistent and trust me, you're going to make the playoffs and you might even win this division because you're leading right now. If you keep playing like this, the Bills, especially when you match up with them, it might be a problem for the Bills to win the division this year if the Patriots keep playing like this. But we'll see what happens. Anyway, that is all I got, and I'm out of here, man. Peace!